big on trust.
No. Why would you think that?
That little girl kicked your ass.
Hello everyone and welcome to this special full wave edition of an Adventures in Collecting unboxing here on our YouTube channel. As you notice, we've cut right to the chase. Here are the figures. They are out of the box. We're going to jump right in and take a look at them because there are a lot to take a look at. We have the whole wave here. We have all 7 figures. We have the white rebooted Vision and Scarlet Witch from Wandavision. We have US Agent, Sam Wilson, the Winter Soldier, and Baron Zemo from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we have Loki from Loki. The Build-A-Figure being the wing set that is attached to Sam back there, and we are going to go in individually and take a look at all of these figures. So let's get started. All right, so let's start with these kind of in chronological order here. So we'll start with WandaVision, the first real hit on Disney Plus for Marvel Studios, the first in the Marvel Cinematic Universe TV saga, if you will. And here we have the white rebooted Vision from the end of Season 1. The body that we have here is the same sculpt that we saw with both the Infinity War phased Vision, or Civil War phased Vision, and the Infinity War 2-pack Vision. The body is the same, with just some kind of general repaints here. We have a nice translucent cape. The head sculpt, however, is new, and we have that kind of dead stare, that really cold stare. He's ready to discuss the ship of Theseus with you. We have the blue gem in his head. All of those great lines, great detail. If you wanted to nitpick, you could say that there is a little too much tan on him. But again, with these figures, they design them pretty far out and get the paint going before they have the final figure. So tweaks were definitely made to this to get it as accurate as they could. But this is an awesome figure. The articulation is the same with the previous Vision, the previous Marvel Legends Vision. So we don't have the pinless joints yet on this because it's a reuse of the body. But all in all, great amount of articulation with him. In terms of accessories outside of the Build-A-Figure piece, all that you're going to get with this Vision is 2 white fists. So moving on from Vision, we'll just move him into the back here. Moving on from Vision, the next character we're going to take a look at is also from WandaVision. We are going to take a look at the Scarlet Witch. Now, I'm going to go right out on a limb and say it. First, this is the figure of the wave. This show was a sensation. Elizabeth Olsen herself is a sensation as Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff. And there is a tremendous amount of detail on this figure. Great use of different types of plastics, softer plastic used on her cape here to, allow for articulation. She does not have the double jointed elbows, but as you can see, they gave her the single jointed ones that have a great range of articulation, and you don't have any kind of weird gumminess on the elbow joints, which is fantastic, which, the smaller you make the elbow joints, that tends to happen. We do have really nice wrist articulation. She can really kind of get those hands into, her kind of spell casting positions. The likeness of Elizabeth Olsen here is just terrific. Great hair. There's a really great black wash through the hair that really makes it kind of pop and jump out, which is fantastic. And again, just kind of great detail throughout the figure. In terms of accessories, you do get the magic effects, same ones that we're used to seeing with her. You get one for each arm, and then something new to this figure, you do get swappable hands. And the swappable hands are really neat because they are a translucent pink, and they really kind of help sell that that magic casting effect, and in a practical way, which is really nice. So really nice touch, and that makes your WandaVision offering there. Up next, we have the Winter Soldier. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the next show up here, and this is our updated version of Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. And this, if Elizabeth Olsen is the figure of the wave, this is a close second. This is arguably the best face that they have ever done. The 5 o'clock shadow. He has an incredible profile as well as head on. It screams Sebastian Stan. It is a wonderful, awesome, fantastic figure. Love the detail on the new arm. We do have all kinds of new sculpting going on here. We have a whole new chest that has a ton of articulation for a single joint, which is great. We do have the pinless double jointed elbows. We have pinless double jointed knees. We have a nice hidden calf articulation there with the boot. And in terms of accessories here with the Winter Soldier, we do get 2 additional hands. And this brings up the first kind of nitpick that I will say with this wave, which is really kind of the only nitpick, come to think of it. We do get a really nice grabby hand, and then we get a pistol hand. We have no pistol. He comes with no weaponry whatsoever. Not even a laser gun. Nothing. Great detail on the hands. The Wakandan arm. Really nice. I didn't check to see if it comes off. I'm not brave enough, but if you boil and pop, you could easily get that off if you wanted to recreate that scene. The one that I'm talking about. So on to our next figure from the Winter Soldier. Let's take a look at U.S. Agent. So John Walker. So we do have another John Walker figure coming in the way of the John Walker Captain America figure that is going to be a Walmart exclusive. You can see a picture of that right next to John Walker U.S. Agent here. And as you can see, it comes in the packaging from the show, which is a really nice touch. And there are some hidden features between these 2 figures. So this John Walker, his only accessories are fists. And again, he comes with, he has the fists on right now. His other hands are a grabby hand and a pistol hand. I want you to remember that. Look, very obvious trigger finger there on that pistol hand. So, John Walker has U.S. Agent John Walker has a port on his back here, but no shield. However, the shield that comes with the Walmart exclusive Captain America John Walker is the type of shield that doesn't have the wrist straps. It has the peg hole. So you can actually transfer it over to this John Walker, and you can have U.S. Agent wear it, which is really neat. And you'll see, too, there's also another bonus with that shield coming up. Great detail throughout his costume. It is not 100% screen accurate. It is missing some white. But again, goes back to the fact that they're producing these figures prior to the show actually being out, and they're working with what they have. Overall, though, great figure, great look of Wyatt Russell underneath that mask. It looks like it might be the same head from the other Captain America figure with just a darker repaint, but it looks great. Again, we have double-jointed pinless knees and elbows on U.S. Agent here. Great level of articulation. He doesn't have any kind of hang-ups with his shoulder pads or anything. Full articulation around there. He can lean back, lean forward, all that good stuff. The nitpick with him. The only nitpick with him. So we have a pistol. It is molded into the side of his leg, but it is not like the Deadpool one where if you work a little magic, you can get it out. That is actually one solid piece molded into the holster. And, yes, there have been lots of weapons given to other Marvel Legends figures, and you can very easily, because they were nice enough to give us pistol hands with him, you can very easily loan him somebody else's gun. It just would be nice to have given him one. I would have even taken a laser gun. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our villain, Baron Zemo, who comes with a golden pistol like we see in the show. However, it is one of those space laser type guns. I will take this any day over that. I will happily take a space laser gun if it means that the character has something to hold and something to interact with over a molded in, unremovable pistol. Truth be told. We have another great figure here though, with Baron Zemo. So I currently have his masked head on. I'm going to leave that on for a second, and then we'll switch it over to Daniel Bruhl. He does come with the most accessories out of all of the figures. He has 4 hands, so he has a pointing hand, which you see now. He has the pistol hand, and then he has 2 fisted hands. All have great detail on them with the black and purple gloves. The coat does not come... I mean, you can take it off, but the sleeves, he'll look funny. But nice detail around the collar. There's some really great painting going on here with the fur collar. There's like some brown mixed in, which is really nice. We do have pinless, double-jointed elbows. As we move down the figure, they all kind of have that same joint there in the middle, but his turtleneck is sculpted really nicely. He's got a really nice belt sculpted on there. And then we do have kind of the regular male suited pants look. But this is a fantastic figure, and let me show you his other 2 accessories. So we take him out for a second here. So look at that. It's got the little star and everything on it. But Daniel Bruhl looking fly. We do have the 2 fists, so I am totally going to attempt to get him into the Daniel Bruhl dancing pose, even though he's not wearing this outfit during that scene. Still going to try to make it happen. Yeah. So this is another awesome figure, for this set. So let's move on to the final figure from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and technically our Build-A-Figure. Let's take a look at Sam Wilson. Look at this. All right. So this isn't the first time we've had a winged Build-A-Figure. The last time we had this was back in the Spider-Man wave, when we had the Build-A-Figure for the MCU Vulture. Those wings are massive. I just tilted my head back to look at them. They do not actually fit in this light box with attached to the figure, whereas Sam does here. And Sam comes with a much more useful stand, if you ask me. Ports into the back here of his wingsuit. And as I mentioned before, that shield, you see he comes with a shield here, the typical like 2-strap shield. The shield that comes with the John Walker Captain America has that peg. So if you get both of these, you can take that shield and you can peg it onto the back of his backpack as he does in the show. The actual wings themselves have a ton of articulation, which is really cool because you can get Sam into some of those kind of like more guarded positions with the articulation of the wings. You can have them kind of bent over and shielding him. You can have him down into a crouch and have him really kind of behind the wings. These are super fun. They have a ton of options to them, which is great. He does not need the stand to stand with the wings. You can pose him in much more comfortable positions than this. This is just something really quick. The wings, the backpack does come off, and he does come with a second backpack. And the second backpack does not have any kind of ports or anything on the back of it. It is just meant to be kind of that collapsed look, and you can see it lines up really well with the lines that are sculpted into his shoulders. Again, really great detail on this figure. We have the pinless elbows. We have the new shield, so it's got the new little grooves and lines and stuff in it, which is really nice. Double jointed pinless knees. Again, a lot of articulation there from that ab crunch. One of the details that's really neat about this figure too is the goggles are frosted. So I'm gonna try to. You can kind of see it, but he actually does have eyes under there, and it looks great in person. It really does look like Anthony Mackie. Both, when you're really trying to look through the goggles and without, they really did a nice job of capturing the Wakandan suit here with him. I really only have 2 issues with this figure. One is he doesn't come with additional hands. So Anthony Mackie, who, he requires gear to fight, whether that be weapons or, frankly, his fists, he can't. You have no way to punch anybody, and he's not really doing karate, so like the karate poses that you can do with his hands are a little awkward. So it would have been nice to have fists with him. And the other thing is his shoulder articulation. So he has these sculpted in bits on his shoulders here that really limit the amount, up that you can go with them. And that's about it. That's about as far as you can go. You have to twist them, if you want to get his arms up any higher. But the natural shoulder movement is kind of obstructed a little bit by his shoulders here, which, if you recall some of the other Captain America figures, there's a similar problem there. But otherwise, he is able to hold his shield in both hands, very easily. That slips through the armhole really nicely. This hand is kind of the more of like looks like the throwing hand. So you can, kind of swap it in the other way there, and kind of have him doing the throw of the shield. But again, you have tons of options here, with how you want to present this. And if you get the other Captain America that's coming, he'll be able to use that shield on his backpack, which is a really nice feature. And our figure with the least amount of accessories is Loki. So we have a whole new head sculpt on Loki here. We have his blown up collar. We have the variant across his back. We still have no idea what the hell this show is going to be about. Getting some serious Doctor Who vibes from it. But he does look like the Loki that we see in the trailer. The Tom Hiddleston likeness is fantastic. I love the wind-blown, wind-swept hair. This is just... I mean, people have made comparisons to, I think, Married with Children's Al Bundy, this figure. I don't think that's terribly fair. It's definitely Loki through and through. It's definitely Tom Hiddleston. And I know I'm super excited to see what the show actually ends up being about, so I can't wait. It's a simple figure. A lot of reuse on this. Pretty much all of the figure we've seen elsewhere. I think all that's new, obviously the head sculpt and the vest piece of the jacket with like the upturned collars and stuff, is definitely new. But this was an easy one to add to the list of the wave. He comes with the bulk of Sam's stand for his wingsuit. So no accessories with him. Yet to be seen what this is, but I'm sure the God of Lies has a lot in store for us in just a couple weeks on Disney Plus. So let's cut quick back to the group shot and let's wrap things up. So as you can see, these are incredible figures. This is a triumph of an entire wave, especially for MCU collectors. It's been a little while since we've had a full MCU wave, including a Build-A-Figure of sorts. I'm thinking back to probably Black Panther was the last time we saw that. These are great. We are starting to reach the point with these $20 figures where the likenesses and the articulation and the lines and the paint and the detail and everything rivals that of a import figure that is 2 to 3 times more expensive than these figures, sometimes even more. These are incredible. At the time of this recording, it will be May 19th, so these are technically street dated until June 1st at Target. That being said, they are not register locked. I was able to ask very nicely at a local Target, and they went into the back and got them for me. I will provide a picture of the barcode that I used right here. So go ahead and pause here if you need them to scan that barcode. But yeah, your mileage may vary, but have a polite and have a patient conversation with Target, and they might be able to help you out here. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that way you do not miss videos like this. We post a new one, at least one, every week. While you're down there, hit that bell icon so that way you get notifications and you don't miss those videos. while you are subscribing to things, make sure you follow us at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news and all of the other fun stuff going on within the toy community. And make sure you check out the podcast, Adventures in Collecting, where it all started. We're live every Monday with a new episode. You can find us wherever you find podcasts, or simply hit the link in the description below, which will take you to our website, and you can find all of the things that we just talked about. Stick around after the fade for some additional pictures, some action shots of the Disney Plus wave here, and as always, until next time.